Hello and welcome to Stan's 360 World 360 Fluky channel and the Man on a Mission blog. I am here this evening, it's almost 6 o'clock, at the top of, well, that would be Mission Peak over there. I gotta look up which peak this is. That one is Monument Peak, where the communication towers are. I set a goal for myself this year to get up to the top of these peaks, and here it is, February 15th, Valentine's Day, and this is my gift to myself. It's been a rough year. I've had a lot of challenges. I was dating somebody last year. I think I had mentioned that, and kind of put my hopes in that, and kind of had my heart broken very early this year. So struggling with that, but that's just one thing. Kind of having issues with, believe it or not, I'm 40 and I'm having issues with my parents, or at least one of them. But, things ebb and flow, I guess, with family. I've been driving for Uber and Lyft now since about September of last year, I think it is. And I enjoy doing that. I enjoy taking the time to drive. I love to drive. But also the chance that I get to meet people and, in some way I like to think I'm bettering their lives, getting them home safe. I usually, when I do drive, I drive in the evening, so I'll be getting people home from the bars, and it's a good feeling. Make some good extra cash. But yeah, this year it's created some additional challenges. San Jose over there now requires that we have a business license, and so that was $150 right off the bat that I didn't expect that I would pay. California has required that we add a thing to our insurance, so our personal insurance, when we're not on the clock with a passenger in the car and not on our way to pick up the passenger, that as we're out and about, we're covered. So I called in early in January, asked them to add that, had them check what it would be to add my daughter, because she's going to be 17 soon, and so she'll be driving soon. And also kind of was exploring what it would cost to operate a vehicle just for business purposes, because I have some hopes and aspirations to be a tour guide, and take people on my own tours of these places that I share on my blog, 360 World and 360 Fluky. So did that, and then first week of February I was driving over in San Jose, and car in front of me stopped real quick. I didn't have enough time to stop myself. Tried to turn out of the way and grazed their rear bumper. So confidently I call into my insurance and say yes, I was moving from one spot to another, trying to get closer to the airport so I would have a better option of a pickup. I did not have a customer in the car. I did not have a request to pick up a customer, so it's covered by that rider, that addition to my policy. And they said, you didn't add that. I'm still speechless. My whole purpose of calling in was to add that. So I had them review it. They spoke to the person that worked with me on my policy, and that person even said that I declined to add it. Why I would decline it after that was my reason for calling in, and also it's a requirement for California. I knew that calling. I don't know. So now the end result is this accident falls on me to cover. Looks like it's going to be about $1,400. So don't have that saved up, so I've had to do some creative things to get that money, and hopefully that will get resolved fairly soon. The funny thing is a couple weeks before I got in the accident, actually about a week before I got into an accident, I had saved up for a new set of tires. So about $500 in tires this year. So right now I'm operating at a loss. But I'm going to continue to work it. I enjoy it. It gives me the opportunity to have people in the car, and I do my tour guide stuff. Are you new to the area? Here's some good restaurants around you. Here's some good hiking places to go to. If you're up in the city, make sure you check this out and that out. So I'm going to continue to do it. But yeah, that's been difficult. I still work for Sprint. I've been there 11 years now. Started in retail and moved over to business sales, and then now to business support. And pays the bills. I can't quite say I enjoy it, but it does what's needed. And so, problem is earlier this year, they had big layoffs. They laid off 6 people nationwide in my team, which is 10% of the team nationwide. And so for a while there, while all this other stuff is happening, I got very worried about, would I have my main income job? But good news on that front. I was not one of the ones that they laid off, so I still have that job. And then, as we kind of mentioned on one of our last dates being up here, back February 15th, or January 15th, I think it is, Mikayla was having a difficult time, and so she's changed schools. Fortunately, she seems to be doing pretty well at that school, and so hopefully that'll get her back on track. So yeah, so lots been going on. But just like climbing this mountain, just like doing anything, you put one foot in front of the other. You just keep going. And that's the important part. So I hope you guys are having a better year than I have. Along with this, I also did I renewed my consecration to Mary, did my 33 days retreat, started December 31st, and continued through to February 2nd, I think it is. I think the 3rd was the consecration day, somewhere in there, the 2nd or the 3rd. And so daily prayers, rosaries, study about Mary. And during that time, all this was going on, as well as the girl that broke up with. We were still talking at the time, and things were kind of rocky. So, January was a very difficult month. February's been tough, but mostly February is cleaning up the unresolved stuff of January. So, maybe that's done. Maybe I'm moving forward, but it's still on a mission. Some of this mission is going to be hiking. I don't know if I'm going to make it up here to Mission Peak again, but I've got some other hiking locations in mind, and I've got some goals. One of those goals was to get organized financially, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult of a goal, but I'll get there. I've got the year, and so by the end of the year I want to be stabilized financially, and definitely sooner if I can. But so getting in shape, getting out there, exploring the world, just as I at the end of my blog suggest that you always do, is get out and explore your world. I'm out exploring my world, pushing myself physically, and hopefully losing weight. Lent started this week, so I've actually decided to give up meat for the entirety of Lent and exercise more and focus on my mission, which is financial, physical, and to see if I can set up this business and actually get to the point where I take people on tours of this beautiful Bay Area. So, yeah, one day at a time. I think I've made progress. It's been a difficult progress, but I think progress has been made. So, with that said, it's 6 o'clock, 1 minute after, and I gotta figure out how to get down the hill because the trail that I came up closes at 6:30, and I'm not gonna make that. So, I actually think I'm going to take the Ohlone Trail and probably call an Uber from there to bring me around to my car. I think that's a shorter trail. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Keep exploring your world. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my other channels. I've got 360 World, which I didn't actually do a video here. I did time-lapse of the sunset. And, you know, usually on World, I'll set up the camera and allow it to experience the world at that point. 360 Travel is travel information on each of these locations that I visit when I get a chance. And then 360 Fluky is my blog and behind the scenes stuff. So there you go. Well, it's getting dark and I gotta figure out how to get off this hill. So subscribe, like, give me comments, suggestions. Words of encouragement would be great. Really could use that. Keep me in your prayers if you're a praying type. If not, think good thoughts for me. Say a nice word, add a smiley. Any of that stuff would probably help me at this point. So, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. I know this is a long one, but a lot happening. I'll keep filling you in every so often on where I am on my missions. Have a great one. Thanks for watching.